Tax breaks for the wealthy have long been a priority of Republican legislators. But Steve Mnuchin, President-elect Donald Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary, says that under a Trump tax plan, high-income households won't receive a, quote, absolute tax cut, unquote. That's at odds with proposals from Donald Trump and House Republicans. But in a CNBC interview on Wednesday, Mnuchin was clear.
Any reductions we have in upper income taxes will be offset by less deductions so that there will be no absolute tax cut for the upper class.
The big tax cut, he said, will go to the middle class. The WSJ's Richard Rubin writes that Mnuchin's comments echo occasional remarks from Trump, but not the tax plan he campaigned on. Rubin says they point to the political challenges that Republican lawmakers will face as they try to turn tax reform promises into actual legislation. Aside from moving ahead on a large tax rewrite next year, Mnuchin also said he would roll back parts of the landmark 2010 DODD-FRANK financial overhaul enacted by the Obama administration and congressional Democrats in the wake of the financial crisis. Trump's stated tax plan would lower top rates dramatically. It would provide such large benefits to high-income households that analysts say they can't be covered with limits on tax breaks, such as the $100,000 a person limit on itemized deductions already in Trump's plan. The largest deductions typically are for mortgage interest, state and local taxes, and charitable contributions. The conservative-leaning Tax Foundation says Trump's plan would boost after-tax incomes for the top 1% households by at least 10%, even before accounting for any potential economic growth. The Tax Policy Center, a think tank run by a former Clinton administration official, estimates that the top 1% of households would pay an average of about $215,000 less in taxes in 2017 under Trump's plan than they would otherwise. The corporate tax rate would also drop under Trump's plan from 35% to 15%, and the estate tax and alternative minimum tax would be repealed. Capital gains rates would also drop. The top rate on business income reported on individual tax returns would fall from 39.6% to 15%, and the top rate on ordinary income would fall from 39.6% to 33%. It wasn't immediately clear on Wednesday if Trump and his team are actually revising their tax plan. The transition team didn't respond to a request for comment.